Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you stopping by, watch another video. Today we're going to tie a feather jig. I've got a pill head, freestyle head, 16th ounce on a number 4 sickle hook. That's what we're going to use today. And that is coated in a Bama Crawl powder coat by Protect. We're going to use some hairline Marabou feathers, fluorescent yellow. We're going to accent that with a little bit of black flash, crystal flash in it. And then we're going to finish it off with some saddle Hackel reddish brown. So let's go ahead and get started. What I got on my bobbin today is some Danville's 210 denier flat wax. I'm going to go ahead and start us a base. I went ahead and cut me off 3 pieces of Marabou of a feather, about this size here. I took and peeled off a few of the feathers on the quill. Gives me a good solid where I can tie. I cut the tip of the feather off. This gives me a V shape on the back, and I did that to all 3 pieces. So I'm going to stack them together, get our quills lined up. I'll lay that on top, just a couple loose wraps. That way I'm able to manipulate the feathers and kind of get them to lay where I want them, back behind the head of the jig, like that. Now we'll go ahead and we'll lock them down. With some tight wraps. Build up my neck a little bit to get up over them quills. There we go. Bring it back down, back up to the top. Now I'm going to do a couple simple knots. So lock my thread in. Do it again. There we go. Now what I'm going to do to kind of lock my feathers back from the breeze going in, I got just a hair clip. Get them in the hair section, you know, pretty much anywhere, just a small one. I'll pull my feathers back and kind of clip them down to the vise like that. Go ahead and take a single strand of crystal flash, and we're just going to double it over. You can see I just got it doubled over there. Now I'm going to cut that in half. Then I'm going to take those 2 strands and double them over again. And we'll cut those 2 in half. That gives me 4 strands of crystal flash. Okay. We'll bring them behind the jig, just in front of the head, and kind of line them up evenly. Put a couple wraps around them. And now I'm just going to get them to lay down the sides of my jig and tie them in. All the way way back to the front. Now I got my flash kind of on each side of the jig. A couple simple knots. Like that. Now it took me 3 feathers of the hackle, and I pulled some of the feathers off the very end of the quill, and I got them in a little gripper tool I got. So what I want to do is get these quills back together in line. I'm going to lay them on top. Same thing, just a couple loose wraps around it so I can manipulate those quills where I want them. After I got that, now I can come in and lock them in to the jig. I just want to lock them in good and tight. Same thing. I'd always do a couple little simple knots just to make sure it stays in place. Now with that part, bring my hanger over. I'll let my bobbin hang. And this is where I want to use my vise, and I'm going to rotate this jig. And what I want to do first is maybe try to clip all that crystal flash down with everything best I can. Now we're going to go ahead and rotate this hackle around the neck of our jig. Take it all the way up to the head of the jig. There we go, looks good. I'm gonna let that hang. Bring this out of my way. And bring my thread back around that hackle to get a bite on that quill. To lock it down on the head. Of it. Get me some good tight wraps in there on that quill. And then I'm going to bring it around the front. And just build that collar up in front of everything. And a nice collar. Like that. Okay. Now I can go ahead and cut off the remainder of the hackle. Like that. There we go. It's looking good. Now we're going to go ahead and do a whip finish. Finish this jig off. Get that little yellow. There we go. It's out of there. Alright, that's one. I'm doing just another. Just like that. We'll go ahead and cut the tip of that off. Looks good. You can come in here and just trim off any that's hanging up over the head. Get a couple eyes. We'll put some eyes on this thing. Just that looks good. Looks good. Looks good. I like it. Now I'm just going to put a little UV resin over my collar of my threads, over those eyes. And that's just going to lock all that in. I'll rotate it. Pull on there. Eyes, just finish up. Yeah, like that. That's where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and put this in my light box, and I'll be back when it's done curing to show you the final project. Alright, we're back. There's our finished jig. Marabou saddle hackle. 16th ounce. Bend the rod, fill the cooler, get that grease hot. We'll see you next time.